If he or she tells you no after you made a love advancement towards them, please leave them alone. What it means is that that person is not interested in you. If you start begging at the beginning of a relationship, you will beg forever. You will beg to sustain that relationship. And where would that leave you? Begging for something you should be enjoying drains you emotionally, physically, and financially. The problem most humans have is the inability to accept our reality. Even when the reality stares them in the face, then we justify it with the saying, "The heart wants what it wants." Sometimes, reprimand your heart. Make your heart understand that going after what it wants will leave you in pains and trauma. I will tell you a story about a man named John. John met a lady when he went to visit his mother in the village. A young, beautiful girl named Deborah. Deborah is every man's dream. Tall, beautiful skin, and very shapely. John fell in love with her at first sight. He approached Deborah, and they exchanged contact. He took her out on a first date. He made his intentions of wanting to marry her, but Deborah said she wasn't ready. John was disappointed. He told his mother the outcome of his marriage proposal. His mother told him to look for another girl. John said his heart wants Deborah. John went ahead to spend money on Deborah. He took her to exotic places, always at her beck and call. All these he did in a bid to convince Deborah to marry him. But Deborah still gave a firm no. Deborah enjoyed the treat, but she still had no feelings for John. John decided to take it a step further. He said to himself, "If only I could convince her mother. I am sure Deborah's mother will convince her to accept my proposal." One day, while John was shopping for Deborah, he asked her what her mother likes, and Deborah gave him a list of what her mother likes. John made sure to shop everything on the item. Eventually, the items got to Deborah's mother. The woman was so happy, and so she called John to extend her happiness and thanks. From then on, she and John communicated on a steady. John made his intentions of marrying her daughter known to her. Without hesitation, she convinced Deborah to marry John. "Please marry John and get us out of poverty," she beseeched her daughter. Deborah agreed to marry John because of her mother's plea, not because she loved John. They had a small wedding. Afterwards, John took her to the city where he is based. Deborah fell in love with the city, but not with John. Before John could get a kiss from his wife, he would beg for it. Before he can get intimate with his wife, he would call Deborah's mother to plead on his behalf. John became stressed and malnourished. Deborah's mother got tired of his constant calls and warned him. John became a stranger in his own house. He walked on eggshells because his existence irritated his wife. Soon, Deborah fell in love with their neighbor. John was helpless. He started buying her more gifts to prove his love. But gifts do not make people love you. Begging for love will only leave you drained and desperate. He begged and begged, but Deborah's heart loved their neighbor, and their neighbor loved her too. Not long afterwards, Deborah filed for a divorce and moved in with the neighbor, and they happily ever after. If this message spoke to you, subscribe. This channel is for people who are ready to grow wise, not just older. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, not everyone you want is meant for you.